variables and functions. Think variable as storage box that holds information. This information can be a number, a word, a true or false value, or even a reference to something in your game like a character or object. Variables can be created, modified, and accessed throughout the uNode. To create a new variable in uNode, click on the plus button in Variables panel, and it will open the item selector to choose the variable type. A variable type is a type of information we'd like to store, and there's a lot of it. For example, here we have a string to store a word like hello, a float to store decimal number like 1.2, 0.5, -4.7, or it can also have number value without decimal like 3 or 4, a bool to store true or false, and a int to store non-decimal number like a 3, 5, and -2. For now, let's try add int variable type. We can rename the variable by double-clicking on the variable, or right-clicking on variable and choose rename. To view variable information, you can toggle the inspector to show all variable information from name, value, type, and modifier. Now, let's try show the variable value in the Unity console by adding debug.log node. Now we get the variable value by dragging variable into the canvas. Let's test it. When I press play, I see the value of my int in the console. So the variable is going to maintain that value until we give a new value. But how do we override the default value for each instances? To do so, we can go to the instance and toggle the checkbox of the variable and make changes to the value. What if we want to set the value programmatically? To do so, we can drag the variable to the canvas and choose Set and connect it. Hold Shift and drag to the connection to quick insert the node. To do something more detail with our boxes or variable, we need to make a function. A function is a reusable block of logic or behavior that performs a specific task like function will take the boxes that we have storing information and give us boxes back or return as its no. We can add a new function by clicking on the plus function button. Here we have a function information in the inspector. When return type is void, it means that function doesn't return anything. We can give them a specific type to return, but we need to add return node in exchange to that. We can add a new parameter. The parameter act like an input or output, depend on the ref kind. In this example, I add a new parameter to takes a int input value. I will connect number port to the myInt value so that the function takes the myInt value and multiplied it by 2. And store back it to the myInt, and show the result value in the Unity console. Now, what if we need to call this function, or get or set myInt variable from other graph? To do so, open the other graph. Then open the item selector and find the variable or function we want to get or call. By default, it is under the generated type category, but can be changed by changing the graph namespace. Let's say we have different game object. To do it, we need to reference the instance by variable or something else. In this example, we can remove the this node and promote the instance port to variable. Then, we can assign the reference value in the inspector. Now let's test the graph and see if it works. The graph is working perfectly. Okay, that is all for now. Thank you for watching the video.